I bought my tie-dye products from Tulip at AC Moore and Joann's Fabrics. Basically, Tulip is the company that specializes in tie-dyeing, so you'll see them mostly everywhere. I purchased the darker colors, which is considered the fuchsia, the lime green, and the dark blue. And then I also decided to do the lighter colors for a more, neon type look. And I got the yellow, I think it's considered a magenta, and the sky blue. I plan on using the studs on the visor, so I bought these studs from Joann's Fabrics. You can probably mostly get it at any fabric store, and Joann was just the one that I decided to go to, but I'm sure they have it at AC Moore's or your local Michael. Of course, you will need the plain snapback, and it comes in one size, so you should be good. I purchased this one at Joann's Fabrics, and we're also going to be doing a headband. So this one kind of got dirty with makeup. That usually tends to happen, so I decided, okay, why not tie-dye it and do it all in one shot, because it is kind of get messy. It does kind of get messy, and you'd rather just get it over with. The reason I wanted to do this tutorial is because I saw a lot of snapbacks online, and they're so cute, and they're perfect for down the shore, the beach, whatever you want to call it, but they're so expensive. And I've been looking through different Etsy pages, and I've been looking through just different types of shopping sites, and I realized that I could definitely make half of these hats. So what I decided to do is I decided to buy a plain white snapback, just plain, and I decided to get a bunch of tie-dye material to tie-dye it, and then I'm going to stud it up and, make it all nice and cute. So it's just like your own, and it was literally all of this cost me about 15 bucks. So yeah, let's just get started. I went on YouTube just to see if anyone had any ideas on how to do this, or if there was already tutorials on hat tie-dyeing, and actually there weren't, and probably mainly because it's probably super hard for people to rubber band it, get through. But I figured I'd take the risk, and if not, you really can't go wrong with tie-dyeing, especially with like different colors. The messier, sometimes I think it's the better. So we'll see how it goes. What I have are my little powdery stuff that will eventually turn into the water tie-dye that you use. So as you can see, it's just powder in a tube. If you look closely on them, there's the instructions, and it just says to fill line with water and shake until dissolved. So there is the line right there. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory, and then you just shake away. So here's an example of why you should wear the gloves. I already stained my hand, and literally was just taking off this tube, but whatever the case may be. So I think it's time for me to put on the gloves, wouldn't you say? And the reason why I'm putting on these already is because, actually I'm going to take one off, is because I already stained my hand, so I don't want it to get on the hat. So I already have the first rubber band going. Make sure also, dealing with white, to wash your hands before, because if not, you can get makeup on it, or any of the case. So what I'm going to do is I am going to rubber band just a few, because like I said, with hats, you can't really do the twisty ties like you would anything else. So we're kind of gonna improvise as we go. Once we do this, then we can get to the headband as well. Alright, so what I'm gonna just start doing is I think I want the top to be yellow. So what I'm literally going to do over this little thing is I'm just going to start pouring on and just seeing where it takes me. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Again, it's not going to be perfect. No one said it would. So, and like what I wanted to do is, so like I said before, it doesn't have to be perfect, so it is going to get messy. I'm literally just going to freehand it and splash it everywhere I choose and just hope for the best. I'm using every single color that I purchased, And in order to create that tie-dye effect, I'm going to work around the rubber band and then continue splashing in order to get rid of all the white. Cool, so look at that. So we have it like this, and I'm going to leave it to air dry a little bit so it doesn't stain. And once it's fully dried, we're going to put it in the washer. Okay, so here's my dirty headband I decided that I'm going to do. So this one I can totally tie up easily. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to twist it first and then knot it around, as you can see. Put my rubber bands on, as so. So again, I'm going to do the messy routine with this. So we're just gonna, we can like air dry it and see how it comes out, but we're just gonna wait and see what happens. And then we'll get back to you. Alright guys, and we're back. So this is 24 hours after we went along and tie-dyed the snapback and also the headband. So as you can see, it is completely done, nice and dry. Looking good, right? A little darker. This one, obviously, I did this one kind of quick, but I kind of like the way it looks. It has like that darker tie-dye, more authentic. So I'm digging it. So the next step, and obviously you can stop here if this is all you really wanted, was just a plain tie-dye snapback, which technically isn't really plain because it's got a lot going on with the tie-dye. But if you want to be a little more crafty and bedazzle it a little bit, I got these studs. They're iron-on studs from Joann's Fabrics. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put them all over the visor, as right here, all over the visor, you know, just kind of lay them out. And then all you need for that is an iron. It's pretty hot. And make sure you empty out the iron, like if it had water prior to it, make sure you empty it out because you don't want any steam to come out because that's going to ruin the ironing process. You need like a cloth. In this situation, I'm using a rally towel. Go Flyers. And the reason why I'm using this one, it's not a thick towel. The towels tend to get stuck under the iron stick-on. So this is pretty light material and the heat will easily go through this and it won't melt or anything like that. And then, of course, we need the studs. So that's pretty much all we need. So let's get to it. Okay, so the way these come out is you just have to peel them off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start placing them. It does get pretty tedious. So we're just going to zoom right through this. Harder the fabric is you're doing this iron-on on, the harder and longer it takes for it to stick on. And you don't want to like rub it. You want to place it. After everything, this is how it came out. Left some studs on the snappy part because I usually wear them backwards and you know who doesn't. And voila. Some of them didn't actually stick, so what I did is I also used a hot glue gun just to secure every other one. And the reason why is because the visor's so hard that it doesn't grasp onto the actual fabric, like the sticky iron-on adhesive. So no big deal. So unless you can use tacky glue too, if you find that easier. It does take time, so whatever you prefer, and voila.